and welcome to another episode of Take 5 with Kaiser, the video where I take 5 minutes of your time and talk about issues within the entertainment industry, all while creating artwork like this. So in today's episode, I want to talk about style versus technique. So I know that the last one that I did was all about style and how to get it and stuff like that, and the interpretation of what style is. But one of the big things, the huge things that I face while teaching students nowadays is the difference between style and technique. Most people want to get this style, but they don't want to learn the technique. So they don't want to go to school or learn from a book or from the internet and draw 100 boxes to learn that that's the basic shape for the torso, or draw a bunch of cylinders so that, oh, that's how the arm looks in its most basic form, and then I can turn that into perspective and it'll still look right, and I will now know how to put a human arm into perspective and stuff like that. And one of the hardest things to break people from is to tell other people, oh, that's just my style. I know a lot of people have heard that, and probably a lot of people have even said it, was the fact that there's something wrong with their piece and they're going, oh, you know what, that's just my style. And that's a huge problem, because it's not your style. If the neck is broken, then the neck is broken. It doesn't matter what your style is, it's just the way it is. And you need to go and learn anatomy. You should learn proportions. You should learn perspective before you even start thinking about style. Style, as I mentioned earlier in the last video, is just how you perceive the world. So it's not something that, you know, is going to help you draw. Your style doesn't help you draw. It is literally the icing on top of the cake. So what we need to do as artists is actually learn how to draw first. We need to learn the technique first before we start trying to put a style on top of it, because all it does is actually hinder our growth. And it's really, really important that we start making the distinction between style and technique, because if we start learning the technique first, the style will come. Your style will come if your technique is sound. So moving forward with any artist or any person who's trying to start as an artist, I really want to implore them to actually sit down and study and practice your craft, and put in those extra hours of just doing practice, hands, feet, faces, body parts, rocks, squares, anything that'll help you do it. And with repetition and practice, you will get better. But don't be afraid to listen to critique so that you can actually get better in what it is that you do. And as I mentioned in the previous style video, if you know how to draw, if you know how to paint, then your style will come. That is not that hard. It will come as long as you practice. But the one thing that has to be done first is technique. You need to be sound with what it is you're trying to do. Technique over style any and every day. So once again, style versus technique is not really a thing. If you have a good technique, you will have a good style. Your style will come and it will work very well. But if you have a style that's really cool, but your technique is weak, your paintings will always look as though they are broken and not structurally sound. So get strong on your technique first, and your style will be that much stronger. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any comments, concerns, or ideas for future topics, please drop me a comment down below. And until the next video, draw, draw, draw.